I saw today, there's 22 individuals at the high major level that are fourth-year seniors at the same school in Division I basketball. 22. So I know this is in prelude to senior day, and I've had major angst about this moment, the culmination of the guys that we have in our room. And the fact that Colin Porter, Zach Cleveland, J.C. Shires have stayed here for 4 years. Xander Yates, Caden Matheny for 2 years. And then J.J., obviously, and then Isaiah and Josh, they were here for 2 years. Man, I'm just incredibly blessed at the moments that I've gotten with them. Like it's, I could go on and on about the contributions they've made to Liberty basketball on the floor. It's immense. It's probably well documented, but you guys will never know the impact nor the influence that they've had on our room in the different spaces in which we have ventured. And it's been an outright privilege to have been a part of their journeys. And the memories that we've created, the shared experiences, they'll go with me forever. And I think they should be honored. I think they should be honored for their representation, how trustworthy, how authentic, how committed that they have been to us. And we hope to do that in a fashion that is memorable for them. Questions?
Are you more emotional thinking about it now than you even thought you would be?
We still have a lot of work to do in the season, Eddie, so I'm emotional. I love those dudes. Again, we've spent a lot of time together, and anytime you have a relationship in which there's vulnerability and transparency, like that relationship is deeply rooted. So, yeah, the fact that I won't see him every day, it can get a little emotional in that. But it's part of the lot in coaching. You know, there's new men that'll come through our doors, and we have some returners that we'll get to continue this journey with. So, yeah, emotional, but not distraught, not disappointed. Like I got the privilege of being with these guys.
Have you had time to reflect on like a specific moment with Matheny, Porter, and you're like, wow, they really have grown, and this moment proves that? On or off?
Actually, great question, Emily. I've got many highlights that go through my mind, but wouldn't share publicly any intimate moments that I think would. I just, yeah. I have a big smile at some of the antics that those guys have brought a lot of laughter to our room. But yeah, I think again, I'm looking forward to hopefully more shared experience in our remaining time together.
Is this unique too? Because I don't know if you've ever had a bigger group that have gone out together. Like it feels like the end of an era, end of something, because there's so many guys.
Yeah, I told our staff met yesterday that maybe a couple of them. I said we're going to have an expansion team next year. Like it's just it's kind of the shift in college basketball. But I don't want just Zach, Caden, Colin to get the bulk of the appreciation because of their on-court statistical stats. They have been monumental. We all know that who follow us. But like J.C. Shire has, when you talk about moments or highlights, like his growth from day one to today, it's been incredible. And the way he's impacted our group, our program has been gargantuan. Like and then Xander Yates, who, again, maybe up and down, inconsistent minutes lead usually to inconsistent play, so that's way more on me. But that dude is fabulous. Like, so yeah. And then JJ, I wish we could some way get another year for JJ. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. and then Isaiah and Josh. Like we just have a room full of guys that have been incredibly joyous to be around.
I wanted to ask about Josh, since he's coming up on senior day as well, with his situation, obviously not playing last year, coming over and having such a big impact on the bench this year and what he does for you in the front court. Kind of going over the 2 years you spent with him and bringing him in from Stetson, like your expectations versus what you've gotten out of him as far as his contributions on the whole, not just on the court, but to your room.
Yeah.
That was a big part last year.
Bryson, fair question. I think whenever you take a transfer, there's an element of the unknown that you're hopeful for. It works out to what you kind of thought in your evaluation process. But there's also the other end, like you just never know. Different system, different group of players, different role. And I think the thing I'd say about Josh is I've been fortunate to be around him. Like his character is outstanding, and his consistency in the approach has been phenomenal. He's accepted a role coming off the bench that, like, he kind of is our sixth starter. That again, I don't know if most would do so with such a level of humility. So, if we had a chance to do it over again, man, sign me up for Josh Smith any day of the week. I love him. I think he's done an unbelievable job for us.
Colin and Zach are the last of the guys from your last year in the ASUN. How much have they meant to you in this program? As you made the transition to Conference USA, because I think it's easy for us to not think about how big of a jump that has been for this program.
Yeah, I mean, again, when we recruited him, we were in the ASUN, and there's a different level of player that you recruit in maybe that conference than you would Conference USA. So the fact that they haven't batted an eye in terms of leveling up in competition, I mean, they're pre- and postseason award candidates every year. I think it speaks to their investment and ownership in our program and their own development. But again, like you guys, it's no small thing that they stayed in an era in which, like, they all have these, and on these this guy's getting that much to go here, and that guy's worth this much possibly if he puts his name in, and they didn't even put their names in. So I just think their durability and elasticity in our program has helped elevate, I think, the trajectory and the consistency that we've been able to experience. And again, I don't know how many 4-year guys we'll get again. I hope we continue to do it. I hope their experience at Liberty is one in which that they'd want to continue to stay. But we'll keep encouraging them to make their decisions based on their convictions and not just their opportunities, because I want our guys to live out of their convictions.
Is there a sense of appreciation for all these seniors, but particularly, Colin and Zach and even Caden, that, it's harder than ever to maybe even expect players to stick around that long when, as you mentioned, they have phones, they know how much money's being thrown at them, and it's hard for people to naturally turn that down?
Yeah, I mean, Eddie, obviously, I'm incredibly grateful for them. Like, these words they express feelings, but I think more importantly, those guys know the depth of gratitude that I have that I got a chance to be in their lives, and will continue to be even after they've left college. Like, that's part of who our program is. Like, the brotherhood, the connection, the genuine family that I think God has helped bring together here. I think it's real, and we'll go on. It is just like thinking all that is to come without those guys is like gives you a little bit of we got a lot of work to do. But like we said that about some other classes too, and some other players who have left our program to go on to accomplish what they have hoped for in terms of their basketball aspirations.
You got to hit the court and play basketball on Thursday, and then of course on Saturday too. But Kind of coming up on this with these 2 home games, getting off the 2-game slide and getting that win and coming home with wrapping up Conference USA, obviously the seeding and all that's taken care of. So coming into these 2 games, do you find any value in these to maybe try some things, with some guys and some rotations or some pieces and combinations that maybe you wouldn't previously have because of the situation with the conference standings, or are you going to treat these like they are, uber important to your seeding? Like that?
I'm guessing Manson and Warner could answer those really easily for me, but yeah, Bryson, we're gonna do what we do every day. Like I substitute based on what I think the game needs for the desired outcome, and that won't change. Like if you're playing the game and like you have your own individual pursuits, like you're gonna want to be in the game, and I love our bench. I think those guys are more and more ready to play every day at this juncture of the season. Like I'm gonna put guys in that I think impact winning, and sometimes that has zero to do with your scoring prowess. Sometimes that might just be a matchup, but we're gonna continue to do that. Like for all the like it's college basketball, so it's hard to win in college basketball. I don't know if you guys ever click on the games at night, but like Texas Tech's one of the best teams in the country, and TCU goes in there and beats the 10th ranked team that was playing really, really well. So just because you've won this many games or you're in that place in the standings, it means zero when the ball goes up and you're in the individual game that you're playing in the moment. Every game has a life of its own. So we're focused on La Tech and hopefully trying to address some of the things that we think we need to do better in order to win the game, and we'll learn from it either way. So long-winded answer to your question, probably not going to change much.
Well, you've done this a few years now.
Easy now.
Overrated, underrated, how you finished the last couple of games heading into the tournament? Like, is it like, boy, you gotta finish strong, like that makes a difference, or is it just a life of its own once you get to the tournament and it doesn't really factor in at all?
Because of the aforementioned experience, our first year in Conference USA, Western Kentucky, I think, had lost 4 out of their last 5 going in, something like that. And Steve Lutz is now at Oklahoma State. So they finished the season well and won the conference championship. Year 2, I think the Flames. I guess we had won a couple last year going into the tournament, hadn't we? Yeah, I think we won 8 of 9. So we were playing well and ended up winning it. So I think, Matt, I think it doesn't matter. Like again, I've said this, and you guys know this from day one. It all depends on the matchup at hand. And take those numbers by the bracket and the name and throw them out the window. They do not matter. They do not matter. Not when you're playing on a neutral floor, not when there's not any quote-unquote reward for finishing at a higher place. Like it's the American Conference, if you finish first or second, and this is no indictment against Conference USA in the bracket, but if you finish first or second in the American, you're playing in the semifinal automatically. So to me, that would give you a little bit of an advantage. There's zero advantage. You can't even tell me, oh, the tip times. That doesn't matter to an 18 to 24-year-old. You think they're worried about playing? Was Kennesaw State out of gas when they played us in the semifinal? No way. So I just think it'll be a fun tournament. It'll be super competitive, like most of the games have been in Conference USA. And again, I love our team, and I like our chances against anybody.
We had a three-peat in the A's Sun, and so you know what it's like to go into a conference tournament with everyone coming after you. Do you anticipate there being more pressure on the guys as they go into this week and next week in Huntsville, knowing that the season you've had and the expectations and others coming after you as a top seed?
No, good question, John. You know what? I actually think, having started 15-0 in the league, we experience pressure. Like, you can see in the Miami, Ohio games right now, like, there is pressure. And you can say, oh, block it out, just put your blinders on, but like it's almost unavoidable. It's the external part of being in college basketball. So, and I think we felt it last year too, when you're the 1 seed and, you know, only one team's going to the tournament. So I think we've benefited from our guys' experience in last season's plight that hopefully will carry over to this season.
Last thing then, real quick, Louisiana Tech.
Sorry?
Louisiana Tech, how, are they different from when you saw them about
Definitely.
2 months ago? Like, what's different about them?
Eons ago. They're playing super on the defensive end, like, and that's Coach Hester. Like, no matter what year we've played them, they've been really good defensively, and guys I think have fit into some roles a little bit where they've got some more confidence offensively, some more continuity in the substitution pattern. So, but we're different too, and again, I think there's a obvious game plan attack against us. Go to the offensive board, see if you can throw it up there and go get one, be really physical. And the more that we get clicks at defending against that or understanding how we have to appropriate that, the better for us. So we get 2 more chances. Sam Houston won't be they're not the same type of team, but they are rolling too. So really, really good challenges this week, and hopefully we'll rise to the occasion.